So someone looks at you on a Friday afternoon and asks, a very simple question. They just say, what are you going to do this weekend?
Right. We hear it all the time.
Yeah, we do. And it seems so easy. But if you are learning English, answering that question can suddenly feel like a very big test.
Oh, absolutely. You just freeze.
Exactly. You freeze. You have to think about time. You have to choose the right words. And well, you just want to sound natural.
Yeah, talking about the future can be really stressful for a lot of learners. I mean, you know what you want to say in your head, but finding the right tools to build the sentence it feels complicated.
But here's the good news. English grammar is not like a giant mountain you have to climb. It is really just a tool belt. And welcome to today's deep dive, by the way.
Yes, welcome.
Our mission today is to explore how to confidently talk about your future plans and, your big dreams in English. We are looking at some fantastic material today from the Mr. English channel.
It's a great source.
It really is. And we are going to unpack the simple rules for expressing the future.
Which is so important because, the true goal of learning any language is connection.
Right.
Whether you want to tell a coworker about your weekend or dream about your life 5 years from now, knowing how to talk about the future is just essential.
And we are keeping the language simple today. We are keeping it very clear. This deep dive is tailored to help you, the English learner, master these concepts without feeling overwhelmed.
Perfect.
So let's unpack this. I open my grammar tool belt. I want to talk about tomorrow. What are the two main tools I'm looking at?
Okay, so in English, you have two primary ways to talk about the future. The first one is the phrase, be going to.
Okay.
And the second one is the word will.
Right. Be going to and will. I mean, I hear native speakers use both of them all the time.
Oh, constantly.
But sometimes it almost sounds like they use them for the exact same things. So how do we know which one to pick?
Well, there is actually a very clear dividing line between them. Let's start with be going to. You use this phrase for future plans that you have already decided in the past.
Wait, decided in the past? But we are talking about the future.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Think about it like a schedule. You made the decision yesterday or last week, or maybe just an hour ago before we started talking.
Oh, I get.
The point is, the decision is already made. These are things that are already on your calendar.
Ah, I see. The Mr. English channel gives some great everyday examples of this. For instance, someone saying, on Saturday morning, I am going to clean my garage. And then after that, I'm going to cook a special dinner for my parents. I want to make them some delicious Italian pasta.
Yeah, and if you listen closely to those sentences, you can hear the certainty. I am going to clean. I am going to cook.
They sound very sure.
Exactly. The person speaking already knows what their weekend looks like. The pasta is probably already sitting on the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
The plan is fixed.
There's another example from the source about a Sunday trip. I am going to visit a beautiful museum in the city center. I am going to go with my sister. We also plan to have lunch at a small cafe. So in this situation, the museum tickets are probably already bought, right? The sister already agreed to the plan.
Yes. When you use be going to, you're basically telling the other person, I already thought about this. The wheels are in motion.
I like to think of be going to as like a blueprint for a house.
Oh, that's a good way to put it.
Yeah, like you drew the blueprint yesterday. You know exactly what you are building. It is a solid, completely finished plan. But what about the other tool? What about will?
Well, will has a very different feeling. You use will for sudden, quick decisions that you make right now in this very moment.
So things that are definitely not on my calendar.
Right. You did not plan this action. Something happens in your environment and you just react.
Okay, let's picture a scenario. Imagine I am sitting at my desk. I accidentally push my pen and it falls on the floor.
Okay.
I certainly didn't plan to drop the pen. It is not on my schedule. So I wouldn't say, I am going to pick it up. It sounds weird, right?
It sounds very strange. It makes it sound like you planned to drop the pen yesterday.
Right.
Instead, your brain makes a split-second decision. You just say, I will pick it up.
Or what if a friend suddenly looks at me and says, I am very thirsty. I want to help them. I make a quick decision. I say, don't worry, I will bring you a glass of water.
Perfect. That is a quick reaction.
So if be going to is the blueprint, then will is like a reflex.
A reflex.
It is like catching a glass right as it falls off the edge of a table. You didn't plan to catch it. Your brain just fired a quick signal to act. So it's the blueprint versus the reflex.
That is a very helpful way to remember it. The blueprint is your established plan, like I am going to study. And the reflex is your quick reaction. The phone is ringing. I will answer it.
I will answer it.
Understanding that difference completely changes how natural you sound.
Okay, so I have my blueprint and I have my reflex, but let's look at how we actually build these sentences. Because I have to admit something. I hear English learners make a very specific mistake all the time. Honestly, sometimes I even hear myself say it. People say, I'm going to study or he going to travel. And to a beginner, that sounds perfectly fine. What is actually missing there?
Well, you are missing the most important piece of the structure. You completely forgot the be verb.
The be verb, that mean words like am, is, and are.
Yes. You cannot just jump straight from I to going to. You must say, I am going to. You must say, he is going to, or we are going to.
The channel uses a fantastic visual rule to explain this, and it really stuck with me. They call the be verb a bridge.
A bridge. I like that.
Right. Imagine you're standing on one side of a river. That is your subject, like the word I. On the other side of the river is your plan, the phrase going to. You need a bridge to walk across.
And if you forget the am, the bridge falls down. You fall into the river.
Yeah.
I am going to. It holds the entire sentence together.
Do not let your bridge fall down. But wait, plans change. What if I drop a blueprint and then I decide to cancel the plan? How do I build a negative sentence?
It is actually very easy once your bridge is built.
Mm-hmm.
To make a negative sentence with be going to, you just place the word not right after the be verb.
Okay.
For example, I am not going to watch television tonight.
He's not going to travel this month, so you just slide the word not right onto the bridge. That makes sense.
Exactly.
But what about our reflex word? How do we make will negative?
Well, the literal negative of will is will not. But here is where we need to look at how native speakers actually talk. Native speakers almost always shorten will not into one small word. They say won't.
W-O-N''T, won't. Why do they do that? Why not just say will not?
It comes down to the rhythm of spoken English. English speakers like to talk fast, and we put all our vocal energy on the action words, the important verbs.
Action.
The grammar words get squeezed together. Won't is faster and keeps the rhythm moving.
And the pronunciation of that word is tricky for a lot of learners. The material we are looking at points out that it sounds like won't. It has a deep, round O sound. It won't rain on Sunday. I won't forget my keys.
Yeah, you have to be careful with that O sound. If you say it wrong and you open your mouth too much, it sounds like the word want, like I want an apple.
That would be confusing.
Very confusing. Won't requires you to push your lips forward. I won't.
Let me ask you a practical question about this. If I am in an important business meeting with my boss and I say I won't instead of I will not, is that okay? Or does won't sound too casual for the office?
Oh, won't is completely natural in almost all spoken English, even in very professional settings.
Really?
Yeah, in fact, if you say, I will not be late, it can actually sound a bit angry. It sounds like you're arguing with someone.
Oh, like a child in trouble. I will not do that.
Exactly. But if you say, I won't be late, it just sounds confident and smooth. Embrace the word won't.
Okay, good to know. So we can build sentences and we can make them negative. What about asking questions? If I want to ask about your weekend blueprint.
To build a question with be going to, you simply move your bridge to the front of the sentence. You start with the be verb.
Okay.
So instead of saying, you are going to study, you flip it around.
Yeah.
You ask, are you going to study English tomorrow?
Got it. Is he going to cook dinner tonight? And the short answers are easy too. Yes, I am, or no, I'm not.
Exactly. You don't need to repeat the whole sentence. Keep it short.
Okay, so the blueprint handles our fixed plans perfectly, but in real life, things don't always go according to plan.
They rarely do.
Right. What happens when a plan falls apart and we have to make new decisions right on the spot? Let's put these grammar rules to the test.
Sounds fun.
Let's look at a real-world scenario from our source material. Two friends are planning a surprise birthday party for a friend named Sarah next Saturday.
A surprise party requires a lot of careful planning, but also, a lot of quick problem solving. This is the perfect way to see both tenses working together.
Okay, let's do a little role play. We are the two friends. We are setting up the foundational plan. I say to you, where are we going to have the party? And you say,
I think that my backyard is the perfect place. It is very big. I am going to clean it on Friday.
Notice the be going to. We are building our blueprint. The party is in the backyard, and Friday is cleaning day. It is on the calendar.
Yeah, that's fixed.
But wait, we have a problem. The channel's dialogue shifts here. We start talking about food. I ask you, are you going to cook?
And I realize that is a terrible idea. I say, no, I am not going to cook for 20 people. That is too much work.
Okay, so the plan is broken. We have 20 hungry people coming and no food. We need a sudden, quick decision. What if I say, don't worry, I am going to order pizzas from a catering company?
Let me stop you right there. Did you plan to order pizzas yesterday?
No, I just realized we needed food right this second because you said you weren't cooking.
Exactly. So it is not a blueprint. It is a reflex. You are reacting to a problem in the moment.
Oh, so my brain is catching the falling glass. I should say, I will call a local catering company and order pizzas.
Yes, that is the reflex. I will call.
And then the quick decisions just keep happening in the conversation. We think about music, you realize we need some, so you make a quick choice. You say, I have a great playlist. I will bring my portable speaker.
And then we realize we need to invite people without Sarah finding out. So I make another quick decision. I will send them a secret message tonight.
I will call, I will bring, I will send. We are just dividing up tasks on the spot. It is amazing how seamlessly the conversation flows between the two tenses. It really is a dance.
Yeah, it is. We establish the big picture with the be going to blueprint, and we handle the immediate, certain details with the will reflex.
Okay, so we know how to plan a weekend party. We know how to order pizza. But what about the distant future? What about the massive, life-changing things?
Like big dreams.
Yeah. How do we use these exact same tools to talk about our lives 5 or 10 years from now?
Well, this is what is so elegant about English. You do not need a whole new set of confusing grammar rules to talk about your biggest dreams. You just use the tools you already have in your belt.
Oh, nice.
But they take on a different emotional feeling.
Our material explains this perfectly. To express big dreams, both structures work, but they carry different weights. Let's look at will first. The channel points out that will is very common for making predictions or expressing hopes for the distant future.
Yes. You might say, one day I will travel around the whole world, or I hope I will speak English fluently in the future.
I will travel. I will speak. When you say these sentences, they feel a bit like wishes floating in the air.
They do.
They are beautiful hopes, but they don't have a solid plan attached to them yet.
Right. But when you use be going to for a big dream, the feeling completely changes.
It really does. Using be going to for a distant dream shows strong determination.
I am going to become fluent in English. Listen to the power in that sentence.
Yeah, that's strong.
It is not just a floating wish anymore. It implies you are actively working on it every single day. You have built the bridge. It is a solid plan.
I will become fluent means I hope it happens. I am going to become fluent means I am making it happen.
Exactly.
And speaking of making it happen, the Mr. English channel shares some exciting news for learners. They are opening the Mr. English Telegram community today.
Oh, that's great.
It is a place to meet other learners, share daily plans, and practice speaking.
And it features something really fascinating, a Mr. English AI.
An AI.
Yeah, it is a smart assistant inside the community that replies instantly and corrects your grammar in a friendly way.
Yes, and the hosts emphasize that this community is a 100% safe space with zero pressure. They encourage everyone to join, but, I have to challenge the zero pressure idea.
Okay, let's hear it.
Isn't a little bit of pressure good for you? If I want to learn English, can't I just buy a heavy grammar book, force myself to memorize it, and take a big stressful test? Why do I need to chat in a Telegram group with zero pressure?
Well, that is a very fair question. But we have to look at how the human brain actually learns a language.
Okay.
When you are under heavy pressure, or you are afraid of making a mistake, your brain basically freezes.
The bridge falls down.
Exactly. When you are stressed, you can't access the grammar rules you memorized. But in a zero-pressure space, your brain relaxes. You feel safe to experiment.
You stop worrying about being perfect.
Right. You feel safe to try saying, I am going to and I will, without fear of failing.
So you are allowed to drop the pen and just see what happens.
Taking those small, relaxed daily steps is exactly how you turn a distant hope like, one day I will speak English, into a concrete reality. I am going to speak English. The safe daily practice is what builds the fluency.
That makes total sense. Well, we've covered a lot of ground today.
We did. We really broke down those future tools.
Let's do a quick recap. We use be going to as our blueprint. It is for established plans, things already on our calendar.
Yep.
We use will as our reflex. It is for sudden, quick decisions we make in the very moment. We also learned how to build our sentences so the be verb bridge stays strong. Never say, I going to. Always say, I am going to.
Don't let the bridge fall.
And we talked about the natural, fast rhythm of the word won't.
Most importantly, we learned that learning naturally without fear is the key to achieving your big dreams. Your future fluent self is going to thank you for the time you spend practicing today.
Absolutely. As we finish our deep dive today, I want to leave you with a thought to explore on your own. We just spent all this time talking about how English has two totally different ways to view the future. One is a fixed, solid blueprint. The other is a sudden, flexible reflex. So think about this. Does the language we speak change how we view our own destiny?
Oh, that's a deep question.
If you speak a language with two different future tools, do you feel like you have more control over your life than someone who speaks a language with only one? It is something to think about. Notice how choosing the right English verb completely changes your level of commitment to your own future.